Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good.
Guys, I'm gonna give you a little June garden tour here. So we're gonna start up at my very front of my house here, my little light post garden. And here we have these black-eyed Susans that I started from seed. I think I did them in winter sowing. They're doing good. They're coming along. They're really tall. There's lots of blooms about to pop on them. Then I have my irises here that have all finished. I have a few more I need to deadhead. You can see right here, this one. This one needs to be cut, so we're gonna do that. Tricky one-handed. And this one. And this one. So just get those out of here. And then after like the end of summer, I'll come and I'm gonna trim these back. But for now, we'll let the green help go to the tubers. And then I'm gonna dig some up because there's a lot in here. And I have a couple neighbors that really like them, so I'm gonna send some their way. I also have some lilies that always come back every year right here, and they're looking good, coming along. No blooms on them yet, but you can see the buds. Alright, so, my finger over there. Here's my front porch with this lovely pothos. I'm going to have to start curling him up or cut him for some propagating. I got my spider here. Snake plant loves that corner. More spiders. This aloe is so insane. I love putting it out in the summer. I just pulled out some babies from it, but put them in the sun and they are not doing so hot. I'll show you them in a minute. They can go in my plant fail category. This guy loves it out here. He's looking good, a little wilty, but good. This is actually a baby one of the same. So you can see, although this one's a little bit more red. This guy loves it out here. All my houseplants doing good. Here's another one for my fail list. This, literally it was huge and it was looking so bad. So there's just a couple pieces of it left. But I took it like rotted. I don't know if it was too wet. Some of it's coming back though. This is another fail. These were some figs I tried to propagate. Propagating in the fall just never works. And here's my other fail. We're gonna make a video of me sending him into the woods. This is old Lemony, and he just, I'm done. I'm done trying with you. Peppermint, mojito mint, it's getting bushy. This, I love this. This is a mum that came back. It's looking kind of funky. I don't know what's going on with that. With the spotting, but I need to trim him soon before he starts budding because I don't want it to be super tall in the fall. Here's my experimental. Got these from somebody and just letting them go. I think most of them are violets or weeds, but I put this guy in there. Eucalyptus. He's looking good here. I think I should cut this guy because he's got little shoots coming out the side. I like that. Maybe I'll cut this one too so they'll shoot out the side more. My lemon balm. I keep reading about how eating this is good for you. So I'm going to come eat a fresh leaf of this. Here's my yarrow, which this one actually looks really good. It's the best looking one I have in a pot, but I don't think it's going to flower this year. I might need to put it in the ground soonish. Dusty Miller from my mom. He's looking alright. Sedum. Lavender. Look at these guys. I have a bunch of this that I plucked to dry, and then some of it I'm just letting flower. Here's one of those fails. The aloe, it does not like it here. And this, I don't know what this is. Maybe that's some of the seeds I threw in there. We'll see. Snapdragons. Another celosia here from Hilltop looking alright. We come over here. This is lemon verbena, I think my mom said. Oh, it smells very nice. And this, he needs to get out of here. He's not lemon verbena. Pepper. Don't know which kind I put here. I'd have to look back at the video, but he's looking good. He's got a little fruit and a flower. This is, oh my goodness, look at this craziness. I have not pruned anything. You're supposed to prune suckers like this right here, and I have not done any of that yet. But you can see some of them are starting to flower. This one was a volunteer, and it's having some kind of damage, but they're looking bushy and good. My rose, he got ate up, but he's got some new growth, so that's cool. This guy, I have taken so many leaves dry inside. Some of these I'm just letting go. Some I'm gonna start cutting for bouquets soon. Calendula, I love it. It's probably my favorite. Look, this one is going to seed already. You can see I'll save some of those seeds soon. Very cool. I have some kale still here. I'm just leaving that so other things will eat it and not other stuff. More chamomile. I'm in love with this guy, my variegated nasturtium, and then I have a regular one over here. The variegated one, look at that. Then I got another tomato mess back here, but I have a little trellis and I've tied some of them to it, so that's doing good. Then my one sunflower that's making it, he's here. You can sort of see he's starting to head up, but he's got ants all over him, which are now all over me. I don't know, there's these weird bugs that live on this. Oh, here they are. See, and there's ants that like take care of them. I don't know what this is, but it's always on this sunflower up here, and it kind of still survives, so I let it be. The ants are crawling on me now. Anyway, here's another tomato. Looks like some snap peas, but I'm not doing really good with them this year. Look, there is one on here. Look at that. Surprising me. But yeah, I have another tomato. I'm kind of going to trellis him up this pole, hopefully. There was a bunch of romaine here. I cut that and ate it. Here's another pepper. I think I have another pepper here. I think this is a bell pepper, so he's doing good. I know this is one of my ghosts. He's struggling. He's still growing, but struggling. Here's a pepper. Here's one. I don't remember what all these are. I think those are kinds of habaneros. Not sure what this one is, but he's looking cute. Look, he's got a baby and some flowers. These were my bananas. They got flowers too. I don't know. Might be too hot here for them. Here's another ghost. Something's nibbling on it, but it's still growing. This is super exciting. I had elephant ear tubers in here, and they grew last year, and I put it in my basement over the winter and didn't do anything with it. And I've been out here just watering it, and look, it's coming back slow. It won't get as big as it could because it's starting so late, but that's awesome. I kept that alive. Then this part is super cool. Look at my tomatoes hanging. We got some fruit even on this one. I think that might be a straight paste. Flowers. Here's another one growing. Look at these babies. Look at these. They are coming along. There's a lot of fruit on that one. That one, I can't tell if there's any fruit on it yet or not, but it's looking bushy and beautiful. This guy, he's got some funky leaves, but he's still looking pretty good. So the hanging tomatoes are doing well. I want them to come down more so I can pick them down here. But they're looking awesome. This bed is not doing so well. One, there is a groundhog that's living back here. I don't know how much he's eating, but like, look at this. I think this is borage here, and something's chomping it. There's a little variegated hosta coming out of nowhere. This was my Rosa Sharon. See, there's my yarrow because it's so shaded, and this hosta is just crazy. There's another yarrow there, but they're small. So they're coming along, and then I planted a lot of celosia back here, and I think a lot of it's getting shaded out. But look, my canna lilies. 1, 2. There's 2 coming there. I planted some Shastas back here, but I think they got shaded out too. Let's see. Look, another canna. Here, 2 cannas. There's a borage right there, still doing all right. You can see the little blue flower. Boop. There's another tall canna. So that'll be cool. Those will grow tall and come up behind this hosta. They will be awesome. I hope some of them are yellow. So I need to come and cut this. This is a sassafras, maybe. It's a stump. There's some more borage, I think, in there too. That I seeded. This little bed's doing all right, but it definitely needs to be kept watered. The little sedum plant I put in there loves it. Johnny jump ups are kind of done. And there is some snapdragons in there. So, and these guys will start putting up stalks soon, the hosta, and they'll have all purple flowers. So we'll come down here next. You can see another angle with the little sedum. It just had all its yellow flowers, and that's pretty done. Then here is my elderberry. These are ones that I got cuttings from a local farm, and I rooted them and I planted them here. Last year there was no buds or anything. This year I've gotten flowers, and you can see already here these have flowered and they're going to turn to the berries. So I will have elderberries here that I grew from little seedlings. Although look at this punk already starting. I hate Japanese beetles. I'm going to make a shirt that says that. I hate Japanese beetles. Here, this bed is also experimental this year. I thought it would do better. I thought more sun hit here because the hostas get sun-baked. But it is struggling. I actually bought this and planted it. Look at the slug damage, is insane. So these are my hilltop buys. This is I think a black-eyed Susan, maybe? I think. He's got some bugs on him. I think this is a celosia, which I really hope. I need the red. I want some of the red. But you can see I put a lot of zinnias in here, and they're just getting eaten before they can even make it. So I don't know how well this bed's gonna do. There's a marigold. You can see something is coming and eating these guys. I think this might be the groundhog or deer. This is more than just slug. This is an animal munching. And then I have some daylilies. I got these from my mom. Can't wait for them. I can't believe they're actually blooming. And my neighbor dug up some grass, and I threw that there because that was kind of a bare, empty patch. Look, you can see more of the hosta that got ate. And let me turn back over to this bed, because this bed, let's see. This is sunflower. I put a couple sunflowers in here, and they got ate up by slugs, which sucks. You can see the bachelor buttons coming along nice. I had the combine, but that's done. It's so big and done now. I don't know if I love it here. And then the Shasta daisies, they're getting ready to pop. There's going to be so many of them, and I'm going to have to come cut them way back and down and then let them come up again because they get so crazy. I even have you can see I have a tomato cage in there because they're just insane. They would take this whole bed over. Then I got snapdragons here that have come back alive a lot. Here, I think, and I hope that this is going to be echinacea. Here's one that's coming. There'll be a purpley pink echinacea, and then all these guys, which the Japanese beetles love to eat, are going to be hibiscus, and that hibiscus is taking over this bed too. That's been growing here for 2 years now. It flowered last year, didn't flower the first year, so this year it's going to be popping. I'm just excited about the echinacea too, that it came back. I want this all to be kind of annuals, or perennials that come back, just with a couple things I add to it. So we're going to keep going down this way. This is some kind of geranium, like a hardy geranium. Here's the little thing for it. I planted that there, and I put some more like grass here for my neighbor. Here is another canna lily that I didn't even know he was there. And this is a redbud tree that I thought I cut down. And here's another hosta that's getting eaten so much. And we come over here to my other little grill pot. It's got some really pretty snapdragons. We have a whole big patch of marigolds coming and a big giant patch of holy basil that's already flowering. Oh, it smells good. I don't know. I think this is a weed, but I like how it looks and I've left it. So it's filling in. It's happy there. That being completely covered probably will help it stay wet too. And this cracks me up. This is a piece of red lettuce that's growing out of the stump from a seed that fell there. Hilarious. All right, so now on to the potato bed here, which, oh man, it looks like I got pokeweed growing in the middle of it, because there used to be a giant pokeweed patch here. But the potatoes have flowered and they're looking a little rough, so maybe a couple more weeks or one more week and I'll be able to dig these up. Maybe right before I go to the beach. I'll show you guys a video when I do that. We'll see. And then I do have in here hiding some green beans that are slowly vining their way up, which is really what I wanted here. I wanted green beans. Look, here's one. It's going up. Here's one. It's going up. Those Japanese beetles like to eat those too. But they're making their way on, they're climbing on these potatoes. So that'll be interesting. I might have to extract that very carefully when the potatoes are done. Then we're gonna move down here. I planted a bunch of radishes and something is just feasting on them. I got a marigold, my sweet potato there, something's chomping on that, but it's coming back. And then I have pumpkins here. I don't remember which kind. I don't know who's the what's, but they're coming along. And they're, look, something eating. That looks like slug. This looks like an animal, like a rabbit or something. So, I don't know. I want to train these guys to go up this trellis, which is struggling. I got to figure out how to make that better. Let's check out my little ginger pot here. No growth yet, and that is dry. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm trying to grow ginger. And this was onions and garlic, and I don't know, some of it looks like weeds now. Maybe they're still in there growing, maybe not. I've kind of left that off. Then I have down here, I'm gonna be fixing this another season because this all needs to be controlled somehow and something better put there. But if I see poison ivy coming up, I've been spraying it. I put my blackberry right here. Look. Oh my gosh, covering the lens when you guys looky. There's actually some. It's not getting completely eaten down here. But I did put another Shasta daisy here. Look what happened. I don't know if somebody mowed it and it got eaten, or one or the other, but that Shasta daisy he's out. So, I'm gonna head back up. I'm gonna just give you the view here from the lower part of my garden. You can see the deck with the hanging tomatoes. We got the two beds I made, my wonky arch that needs fixing. Oh, this orange bucket, let me show you that. I'm actually kind of excited about this. It's a mosquito trap. It's kind of gross to look inside of it because you can see the larvae wriggling. But I put mosquito dunks in there, and that, I don't think it kills, look, there it is. I don't think it kills the larvae, but it makes them just done. Like they don't ever come out of the water. And it does something, and there's less mosquitoes. Like I'm standing out here not getting completely bitten right now because so many mosquitoes have tried to reproduce in that bucket and it's not working. It's working out. I've done it. You put a new dunk in once a month. Oh yeah, here's another yarrow that's doing actually pretty decent. But I don't think he's gonna flower this year. Hopefully next year. And then here's another Rose of Sharon that I started. And so small, but hopefully like a next year. What do they say? 1 year's for growing, showing, and then it's like exploding for those kinds of plants. I don't know. Here we go. We're gonna go head back up here. All right, so here we are. This, I believe, is a zucchini or squash. You can see, look here. Things are eating it. Something is eating it. Deer, but hopefully it will make it. I'm also worried about squash vine borers, but it's looking alright. I don't see any bugs. I just see eating damage. Here's another zucchini. Something eating it. There's a bug. I don't know what he is. But this makes me sad. I had 3 cucumbers that I had gotten from, and look, chomp, chomp, chomp. All gone. They chomped it up. It stinks. And we got a marigold. My comfrey, he's looking good. He's got new leaves coming. I do think this is a lavender I put here, which it's making it. Things like to dig in this bed for whatever reason, man. And then here, this is a cucumber I think I grew from seed. There's 2 of them here. And I kind of want to pluck the leaf, but I might let it go. But this one is good. It's starting to go on this trellis, which is what I want. I might plant some green beans here too. I'm going to see how green beans and cucumbers, I'm going to look that up, do it together. Because here's another. There's 2 of them here. I really want this guy to get bigger. You need to grow bigger before you start trying to make fruit, friend. So yes, this bed is empty. It needs more seeds. I don't know what I'm going to put here. I'm going to get some seeds and do it though. Then we go up here to the other half, and we got crazy tomatoes going on. I'm tying them on as they get taller. You can see them flowering. There's, I don't know, there's 1 here, 2, 3. I think I have 3 tomato plants here, which is kind of a lot, but and I want more marigolds here, but they're having trouble starting. I'm having trouble keeping it wet. Then we got parsley, dill, which I should harvest some of this, and my rosemary. I want a giant rosemary bush here, y'all. I hope that thing can just keep on. Let me get the weed out. Getting bigger. And then we have more calendula. This one's a lighter. It has a lighter flower to it, and it started later. But it's going to be a big old bush of it. I love it. And then this is another. See, I put some green zinnia seeds here, and nothing is growing. It's too dry. Anyway, here's some more squash. There's 2 of them there. It's looking all right. So now we're going to head up there, and I'll show you my porch garden. Alright, starting from right here, we got some snake plants. This guy got filled with water the other day when it rained. I had to dump it out. This guy too, so they don't because these guys don't like a lot of water. They're doing good here. And I got my jade, which is also not doing well. See all these, look, the leaves are going yellow and then falling off. I think he was too watered too, so he's not happy. I moved him in here so he would be more protected. His little flowers are finishing off. I wonder if I'll get seeds from this. That would be kind of cool to try. Alright, then we have some pothos here looking awesome. Look, new leaves. They love being outside. And then we'll go over to this one. This pothos also, I really love it because he has new leaves and then new leaves popping up from the middle, which is cool. And my lights on there. I got my hilltop long little garden there with the porchelata, petunias, celosia, and creeping jenny looking glorious. My pansies and petunias I seed started looking glorious. I just had to replace a rope on this guy because it broke, but he's doing good. Here's another celosia I put in a pot, or not celosia, calendula I put in a pot. Look, that little flower head's going to go to seed actually. Should have plucked him. Alright, now we're out here. This little guy just blows me away. Succulent. It's just huge. Rooting. This is a cutting from my failed Christmas cactus that's looking better and healthier. He's happier. Some more pothos. I forget what this is called, but it smells so good and it's so soft. And I got this, took this cutting from Miss Linda. And it's looking great. I might be able to cut it and put it in here and make this bushier. There's my new house plants growing good. A snake plant back here. This jade, look, see, he's getting yellow too. Too much water maybe. There's a different Christmas cactus. You can see the leaves on this one are rounded and the ones on this one are pointed. So I just got this one at the seed swap. He's looking all right, not too bad. And over here, we got this guy is probably one of my longest owned plants. Shamrock. I got a spider. This is a geranium, and I've owned this for a while too, like 2 or 3 years. And I think it's hilarious because it has shamrock that somehow got rooted in there. It also has a bunch of holy basil that's seeded and is in there, and I'm torn to whether I let that grow or rip it out. So far the geranium is okay with it sharing it all, so I'm leaving it. Oh boy, it's getting windy. Hopefully you can hear me good still. Then this is another new house plant. He's doing all right. Maybe too much sun, not sure. Then we got this shelf. There's some jade spiders. And the darker shamrock, I forget the name of that. This guy needs some help. I need to give him some love, but everybody here is okay. This, though, I think is a fail. This was a failed elderberry. It didn't root. I just need to ditch him, but he's just still living down here. Poinsettia that like hangs on barely. This guy, he was getting too much sun. I moved him down here in the shade. And here's my strawberry planter, which, look, there's a baby. This is my ever-bearing. I actually ate one strawberry off here. And then this is the June bearing. And looks like they got one coming. I think these are some baby lettuce. This is not. But I put lettuce in here. I also just cut up strawberries the other day from the farm stand, and I took some of the seed extras and put them in here, so that will be a cool experiment. This guy, my rubber tree, he looks a little sunburned here, but he loves being outside. This thing used to be like this tall, and now it's this tall, and I need to chop it, and then it'll like grow out too. But I'm scared. I love it. And look how red when a new leaf comes out. I love that too. It's a very cool guy. I gave him a new pot and had to drain him. The drainage holes on that were not doing well. There's a snake plant. That's for you, Sarah. I put it there to remember. Petunias, basil, alyssum. I think this might be cilantro. Dill. That's looking good. Then here is my mint. This is mint, and there's all kinds of things in here, but it's mostly mint. I think there's some parsley or cilantro. And we got all these petunias, which I grew from seed. Like, look at this. I grew that from seed. I can't even believe it. This crazy geranium, look how leggy. Like, it's all the way out. I really should cut this and propagate that, but I don't want it. It's flowering so nice, so I'm not doing that yet. Then we got my chamomile here, which it's getting hotter, and this stuff gets unhappy when it's hot. So it's looking a little rough, and I think I'm going to let the rest of the flowers stay on there and go to seed. I have a fair amount saved. I'm going to try and make some oil or tea out of. I'm not sure which. This guy, I know I mentioned repotting him before, but I've left him, and he just keeps coming back alive. It's pretty fantastic. Hardy guy. Should go put him in the ground somewhere. You can see my marigolds growing in here with the tomatoes. This is the top view of the tomatoes. Here's that calendula going to seed. Alright, let's go back over to the other side. Alright, so here's my bay. I need to look this up. Like, do I need to harvest this like basil so it will keep making more? Because you can see like the little leaves and the bigger leaves. Like, this is like the size of bay leaf. So is this ready to harvest? Or am I going to kill it if I harvest it? I gotta look that up. But yes, here's some more of my tomatoes with marigolds growing. Creeping Jennies creeping out over. I love it. And this guy, I'm in love. I don't know why I like orange flowers so much. Started him from seed. He's struggling a little bit. Some more top tomato views. I like the little marigolds. Oh, this had basil in it too. Sweet. Here's another one of my crazy geraniums that I just keep keeping alive and repropagating. See the really long, maybe after this one flowers I will chop it and propagate it so it's not so leggy. This is a ranunculus, and they like it cooler, and I never get my act together to have them flowering when they need to. So he's just looking sad. Maybe he'll come back in the fall. I don't know. These guys, I still can't get over I grew from seed. Either looking amazing. This used to be an ice plant in here, and it did not come back. And I don't know if it's because it got overwatered, underwatered, or because I let this grow, which I'm pretty sure is a marigold. It just hasn't had any flowers on it yet. But now it's just a marigold pot. And then we go over here to my beautiful freaking begonia. Look how many flowers. It just is happy. It lives here. I water it rarely. It looks so pretty. I'm gonna have to go back and get a yellow one too. And then we have the avocado, which that struggled inside. Things eating it. It's still struggling, but it's still living. So I don't know. We'll see how it looks in the fall, whether I leave it out here or choose to try and make another plant that I can take care of easier. We'll see. So yeah, that is my June little garden tour for you guys. All the plants I have growing, my garden beds. You got to see some of my successes, some things I'm excited for, some things that kind of failed. That lemon tree is about to get yeeted into the backwoods to let the groundhog make his home with it. Or not, I don't know, but I'm done with that. Maybe I'll try and buy one instead of growing from seed and see if I do a better job, but the bugs and the spiky branches and everything just, it's alright. It's alright to have some fails. But thanks for watching. This was a longer video, a little tour of everything I got going on. And give me a like, subscribe. I'll do another one of these in July, and you can see how much stuff has grown from now to July, and how much I might add or take away, like lemon tree. Bye-bye. So yeah, thanks guys.